Real Madrid finds itself at a crossroads where experience and ambition collide in the most visible position on the pitch, the goalkeeper. At the centre of this conversation is Thibaut Courtois, whose presence since arriving in Spain has been a foundation of the club's success. His reflexes, command of the area, and ability to produce match-turning saves have delivered trophies and quiet nights alike. He has started the campaign in strong form, keeping clean sheets and reminding everyone that at 33 he still possesses the kind of shot-stopping instincts clubs crave. That performance gives Courtois the leverage to ask for security, and there are clear signals from the club that a 2-year extension has been discussed. An unusual commitment for a player entering his mid-30s, but also a statement that experience still matters at the Bernabeu. Yet football is always about the next step forward, and into that equation walks Xabi Alonso, a manager with a long-term blueprint who wants the goalkeeper position to be a place that projects the team's future as much as it protects today. Alonso's thinking is straightforward. Modern football rewards keepers who combine reflexes with distribution, mobility, and a timeline that matches a manager's project. A younger, more long-term option would offer continuity for years, reduce the window for forced transfer activity, and allow Alonso to shape the defensive structure around a keeper he expects to be part of his plan for seasons to come. That strategic tension, a veteran's claim for recognition versus a coach's desire for projection, has created a friction that is now impossible to ignore. Behind the headlines, that friction touches on personalities and practicalities. From Courtois' perspective, consistent performances rebut doubts about fitness and form. He has carried the mentality of a winning goalkeeper and expects the club to reward that. From Alonso's perspective, even the best keepers have a career arc, and planning for succession is responsible stewardship given the stakes at Real Madrid. Sitting between those two camps is Florentino Perez, who must balance loyalty to proven winners with the cold arithmetic of squad planning. His willingness to put forward a 2-year deal reads as an attempt to secure short-term certainty while leaving room to manage a phased transition if that becomes necessary. For backup Andriy Lunin, the situation is precarious. A club that wants competition can uplift him, but a club that intends to bring in youth or buy a new number one quickly changes his calculus and could push him toward a move elsewhere to find regular minutes. That uncertainty filters into team mood and transfer strategy. When one position feels unsettled, it influences recruitment, wage structure, and even how defenders play in front of a keeper who may not be there for the long haul. Tactically, Alonso's preference for a younger option is not simply ageist, it's about the profile. Modern keepers are expected to act as sweepers, start attacks and read transitions the way outfielders do. If Alonso wants to build from the back with possession patterns that demand high defensive lines, he will naturally favour a goalkeeper who can match that style for the long term. Courtois' strengths, shot stopping and command in the box, remain invaluable, but the conversation is now about balance. The ideal outcome for Madrid would be a respectful competition that elevates standards, Courtois rewarded for present contributions, while a long-term successor is nurtured without causing public division. The ugly outcome would be a rift, an aging star feeling sidelined and a locker room split on loyalty versus direction. Looking at plausible endings, there are a few clear scenarios. The club could agree a short, dignified extension with Courtois while accelerating the search for an heir to be integrated gradually. That would prioritise stability while acknowledging the future. Alternatively, Courtois could sign on with the understanding that competition will arrive, turning the goalkeeper role into a healthy rivalry that keeps both players sharp. The third path is bolder. Madrid could opt for a full reset, actively recruiting a younger number one and moving Courtois on at the season's close, a move that would signal a decisive commitment to longevity over sentiment. Each path sends a message about how real balance is winning now against building a dynasty, and that message matters to fans, agents and rival clubs watching for opportunities. Ultimately, this is more than a contract dispute. It's a test of how Real Madrid manages transitions in positions that carry outsized symbolic weight. Goalkeepers are guardians not only of the goal, but of club identity on big nights. The way this is handled will tell us a great deal about the direction of the entire project. Courtois has proven he can still be decisive. Alonso has a vision he wants to implement, and Florentino must engineer an outcome that protects the club's short-term ambitions without mortgaging its future. Whichever way the balance tips, one thing is clear: the keeper decision will shape Real Madrid's season, its summer plans, and perhaps even the next chapter of a club that has always had to be equally brave and pragmatic to stay at the top.